so that was quick.
Out of the groups being watched on the defense, it might be your group that's watched the most this year. Losing Cordrea, losing a baller like Jadar Johnson. This is the fun part of the year when you're trying to mix and match and put pieces together and find those guys to replace those veterans.
Well, being away from them since spring ball, you're kind of anxious to see, who put in the work, who's matured, things of that nature, and then with the influx of the new kids, just to see, where they fit into the puzzle.
With Tanner Muse, he showed flashes last year. Isaiah Simmons, where do you see those guys kind of fitting in back there in that back end?
Well, that's out of my control now. That's Mickey.
Mickey, right?
It's on Mickey. But you saw flashes, of brilliance for those young men, and what you hope to expect is that they would take that and run with it. And I'm sure they will. They're looking towards a situation where they're having expanded more roles and have to play bigger roles, and I think they'll embrace it, and get better.
Ryan Carter probably is going to get that first shot at one of the corner spots. Marcus Edmond, or is it, hey, it's all open right now?
That's the way I play. Coach Reed may have a different plan, but for me, you always got to keep that carrot, dangle that carrot in front of the players, because if you're not, then they'll get complacent. And in my situation, I don't want my players to be complacent. I want them to always be in a situation where they have to prove themselves. No one earned anything until it's game time.
I'm guessing we'll go through the names. Ryan Carter, Marcus Edmond, Trayvon Mullen, Kayvon Wallace, A.J. Terrell. Can he come in and earn some snaps there?
They all can. Like I said, Ryan and Marcus are probably, like I said, your senior guys who played a lot of ball. Trayvon Mullen was mixed in last year and did a hell of a job. Looking for a bigger role out of him. Mark Fields, like I said, we are a very talented group. Now we just got to put it on and put it out there.
Coach, you mentioned A.J. Terrell. What are your expectations for him? What are your early thoughts?
Well, my expectation is, he's going to be a player. That's what I recruited him for, is the fact that he has a great skill set, not to mention he's 6'2½". So, like all my players, I look for him to compete and make some things happen, contribute early.
Mark Fields.
Talk about the safety position, Van Smith, Tanner Muse, and the guys backing those guys up this year. What you got going on there?
I can't speak for them. I don't coach the safeties anymore. That's not my jurisdiction anymore. But those guys, like I said, have done a great job, and they're going to have to provide some leadership. And Tanner's going to have to take a bigger role in the secondary, and he'll do it. Like I said, that's the reason why we recruited him. And then you saw flashes of it, in the season, but he had a heck of a spring practice sessions.
Mark Fields, we've seen the talent that's there, but he's been inconsistent. What does he have to do to get on the field and earn those snaps?
He's got to be consistent. He's got to be a guy that I can, turn my back and I got to be able to trust that he's doing what he's supposed to do. And he's working hard. I'm very excited of everything that I've heard that he's done this summer, and just look forward to him transpiring it onto the field when it's time to play.
Has it been difficult to transition from, giving up the safeties to Mickey Con, coaching cornerbacks, or is it able to help you focus on cornerbacks a little bit more? Describe that adjustment period.
Well, for the last 10 years I've been coaching all of them. It was a kind of adjustment because you're used to having all of them back there, and now you only have two. And actually, I like it because, like you said, I can concentrate totally on things as far as corner stuff, and hopefully it'll transcend to those guys being better technicians.
What does it mean having a guy like Marcus Edmond back there and a guy like Ryan Carter who played a lot of football? They know what they're doing.
They're battle tested. At the end of the day, that they've already been thrown in the grease. And that's what you like about those guys. And they're journeymen. They played a lot of ball, and then their leadership qualities, like I said, rub off on the younger guys.
Kayvon's one of those guys. Maybe safety, maybe corner, maybe nickel. Where do you see him fitting in finally and settling in at?
Right now, he's doing a heck of a job over at the boundary corner. You know, because of his length, his physicality, his athleticism, it allows him to, you know, be able to use that over there in the boundary corner, which typically is your bigger, more physical corner, and that's the attributes that he has. So right now he's going to sit in at the boundary corner, still be able to play some nickel and some dime, and have the flexibility to go back to safety if we need it.
Trayvon got experience last year, and what does he need to do to take that next step to where you can trust him and put him out there?
Well, the thing that I like about Trayvon is he knows both sides. You know, a lot of people think, you know, corner is, they both play the same position. No, the boundary corner is totally different than the field corner.
Right.
And, you know, for a young kid like himself to come in and learn both positions, I mean, it tells a lot about his football IQ. What he needs to do is, you know, change his body, get a lot stronger. Because a lot of those guys in high school, you know, they're usually the big guy on campus, so the physicality part, you know, usually sometimes has to come in and adjust.
Right.
And he's actually done it, and like I said, I'm looking for big things out of him.
What about Isaiah Simmons? How much of an impact can he have this season?
Well, he should have a big impact. He was one of the fastest guys. I think he's like the second fastest guy on the team. Extremely athletic. You know, Mickey Conn, I have to tell you about more, you know, what he sees in him, because now you know, Mickey has the safety, but I see a big role for him. He should be big for us.
Who are some other faster guys that you've seen on the team?